So welcome everyone to our second annual mentorship orientation session. Liz?
The Science Fair Foundation of BC is a large volunteer science network dedicated to inspiring curiosity and confidence in students. Students progress from local to regional science fair events and then on to national and international competitions where Team BC has consistently excelled. This success ensures a strong future for BC's knowledge-based economy.
So this is a little bit about our team. So we have our program manager, Sarah, who some of you may have spoken to. And then we have myself. I'm on the right-hand end. My name is Fozan, and I use he, him pronouns, and I'm one of the mentorship coordinators. And of course, we have Liz.
Yeah, I'm Liz Ramsey, the other mentorship coordinator. So the mentorship program is an initiative to help students in grades 7 to 12 find the resources they need to investigate the science questions that interest them. So students are going to fill out an online form that will outline the problem or question that they're having trouble solving on their own. And then we'll then look at the questions and match the student to one of you based on the expertise based on those forms that you filled out for us. And then you'll work with the student to overcome the problem and help them prepare their project for presentation and judging at the science fair.
Yeah, so these are some program expectations that we expect from you, and you can also expect from us. So in general, we expect that everyone will be like kind, responsible, patient, clearly communicate with one another, and be receptive to ideas. And yeah, make sure to reach out for help whenever you need or whenever a student is unsure of a question, and one of us will be glad to help you out. And also remember that you're not there to complete a student's project for them. Rather, you're there to like answer questions and to help them through the process.
So this map shows all the regional science fairs in BC. As you can see, there's quite a few, or BC and the Yukon, and as you can see, there's quite a few of them. Students participate in the science fair that's closest to the school that they attend. And often students will get confused about what region their school belongs to. Happens a lot, especially in the Vancouver area. There's a lot of little districts that gets confusing. If a student does get confused and asks you about it, the best thing to do in that scenario is just contact us and we'll make sure that they get that straightened out.
So yeah, so approximately over 40,000 students across BC present their science fair projects, and over 2,000 students actually present their projects at the regional level science fairs. And from there, they have the chance to compete for awards, scholarships, and join Team BC as they go on different trips to the national science fairs, so the Canada-wide science fair, and also international trips such as the Taiwan International Science Fair and the Milset trip.
So the science fair process starts by a student thinking up some kind of science or technology question or problem that interests them. They then work on the project, research those questions, and prepare something to present at a regional fair. If they're successful in the regional fair, they proceed to the Canada-wide science fair. And then from there, we hope it inspires lifelong learning and a passion for science and technology.
Yeah, and some of you may be wondering how the mentorship process works this year. So we fine-tuned it a bit from last year, if any of you were mentors from last year. So for our first step, we have receiving. So if students have any questions, they'll make sure to reach out to us via the questions for mentor form. And from there, those responses will come directly to us. For our second step, we have forwarding. So from there, either Liz, myself, or Sarah will forward these questions to one of you. And for our third step, we have connecting. So in the third step, mentors are kind of expected to respond to a student's inquiry within 1 to 2 days. And yeah, please make sure to let us know if you're unable to respond to emails within this given time frame, and we can pass it on to potentially another mentor. And you can feel free to either send that response to one of us or to send it directly to the student. And for the fourth step, we have repeat. So we're looking forward to helping as many students as we can through the science fair process.
And with that, we'd like to open the floor for any questions, concerns, or comments you guys might have. You can feel free to type something in the chat, raise your hand, or just unmute yourself.
I just have a quick question.
Yep, for sure.
You mentioned 1 to 2 days, but on the PowerPoint it said 1 to 2 business days. If they were to send us an email on Friday, do you expect us to respond by Saturday or Sunday, or by Monday?
So 1 to 2 business days is what we expect.
Okay.
Yeah, and if anyone's ever in whatever scenario where they can't fulfill that, that's totally fine. Just let us know so we can make sure the student gets help.
Okay. Thank you.
So we have a few questions in the chat. One is, how many students usually register for the fair? Fazan, do you know that?
I think I'm not sure about like how many students registered for like each individual fair, but in general, I think it was over 2,000 students typically present their science fairs projects across like BC as a whole. But yeah.
Yeah, it's quite a few projects, and there's some really cool stuff out there. Another question is, when does it start and how long? So the mentorship program is set to kick off December 1st, and then the actual science fair is in April. Is that correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then how many questions do you expect per mentor? We're not quite sure because we've never done it this way. That will kind of depend on the students and where their projects are directed and how that matches with your expertise level. If you feel like you're getting too many questions, you can always let us know. If you feel like you're getting not enough, you can also let us know. We're happy to kind of work with you to make sure this is what everyone wants to get out of the mentorship program.
Yeah, and I guess to add on to that, this year we have a lot of mentors who've signed up, so we expect to have to like send a lot of questions your way and to distribute it somewhat evenly.
Yeah, we're gonna do our best, but yeah, if you feel like we're not, please let us know. This is the first year we're doing it this way, so like as much feedback as you guys can give us would be super helpful. And when do you expect to start receiving questions? So probably in December. That's usually when students really start thinking about their project and start working on it. Will we get a copy of the rules? Yep, we're going to send out this presentation. I'm not sure if we haven't decided if we'll send a recording or just the PDF, maybe both. But yeah, we'll absolutely send that out. I think that's all the questions in the chat so far.
Okay, yeah. Does anyone else have any other questions just before we wrap up?
Is there a rubric / format that the student needs to follow, and can that be shared with the mentors? I think we can send out what kind of a guide as to how the projects are judged. Yeah, we can absolutely do that. That's a good idea.
Yeah, if there aren't any other questions, Oh no, I think my computer screen. Yeah. Oh, all right. Yeah. We'd like to thank you so much for coming out tonight, and we really appreciate your time.
Oh,
If you do have any more questions,
one
please make
more.
sure to. Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Are the rules similar amongst all regions? Yeah, that's sort of the purpose of the science fairs, is that the regions should be operating fairly similarly and judging as similarly as possible. So yeah, they will be similar.
I guess that's it. Yeah. Thank you everyone so much for coming out. And yeah, if you do have any other questions, like please make sure to let us know at some point. And yeah, thank you so much for your time.
You guys can email us at mentorship@sciencefairs.ca, where we've been communicating with you at any time, and we'll address any questions or concerns you have. Thank you so much for mentoring. We're excited to see what the students have for you.